When I was in business school, I was taught this logic of short-term profit maximization, efficiency, control. I was told how to sell as much as possible to as many as possible, how to make my operations lean and efficient. And everything was just based on this underlying assumption that natural resources was this free-for-all, and that human resources, they were best optimized using command and control tactics. Regenerative leaders, they apply life-affirming circular principles into how they produce their products. They make sure everything is reused, recycled, upcycled in this closed loop. They use the circular economy.
And true leadership doesn't come from a title. True leadership came because we put the effort. We took the time to understand what was needed, to focus on the community and the individuals.
We live in a world where change is happening every second. And these rigid hierarchies, they are stalling new decisions. They are often very fear-infused. You don't have to go all the way, but you can integrate pockets of self-organization where you empower your employees to make decisions on the ground based on the values of the company.
If you want to have a team of people who are engaged and you truly value, you want them to bring a different part of themselves and you want them to do things differently, you need to approach leadership in a different way.
Life took over the world thanks to relationships. And we know that the species that have been here the longest has been those that have been best at connecting and creating really strong relationships. And regenerative leaders, they know that. They know that in order to be successful, they need to build win-win-win partnerships where they win, their partners win, and the greater ecosystem on which we depend, they win as well.
If you want to have something that is fundamentally a regenerative business, you need to have a different approach to leadership. And if you're going to have something which is not just for the good of delivering a bottom line, but for the good of nature, for the good of people, you have to have this approach. And that level of adult to adult conversation and honesty and authenticity. I fundamentally think that the way that we will grow as a business is by doing this more and more.
Regenerative leaders, they go out of their way and hire people from other educational backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, and they know that it's the unconventional minds that will infuse the entity and the organization with the life and the ideas. They also know that diversity can bring in tension, but that tension often unveils golden nuggets of wisdom, and new ideas emerge in that friction and in that tension. It's a matter of how we deal with that tension when cultures collide. We fail to respect the fact that life has to go through certain phases in order to be whole and to thrive. We need the darkness of the winter. We need the restorative nights. And regenerative leaders understand this. They have incorporated silence into their meetings to anchor and ground the energy. They encourage breaks and meditation, but they also make sure that every time they have been through a growth spurt and launched a new product or put a new idea to market, that they then create a different pace in the work environment.